Okay, I'm ready to add images and music to my words. Now, before I can start, I want to make sure I have all the pieces. I've got the images that I want to use. I've got the music I want to use as my background that's already downloaded. And I'm ready to start recording my words in iMovie. Now, because iMovie is kind of weird, I cannot just record sound without having any video in there. The sound has to be attached to some sort of video. So what I'm going to start with is I'm just going to add a title, and I'll call it my title. You can call it your title or whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be on here for 4 seconds, but that doesn't matter. It just gives me something to attach my sound to. I can change that later. So I'm going to move my little playhead here where it's going to start. I'm going to move that to the beginning. Here's a little microphone for recording. Now, because you have written your words and you have exactly what you want to say, you're ready to go. I do not have anything that I've written, so instead I'm going to be reading the Microsoft Terms of Service, and I'm going to be cutting that to images of puppies. I hope that's okay. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to record. I've got my paper here. You can hear that. There we go. When I click record, it'll give me a countdown. The services that Microsoft provides to you are subject to the following terms of use. Microsoft reserves the right to update the terms of use at any time without notice to you. The most current version of the terms of use can be reviewed by clicking on the Terms of Use hypertext link located at the bottom of our web pages. Now I have more I can say, but I can always go ahead and add more audio later. You don't have to do it all in one chunk. So I've got my audio. I can scroll back and forth and I can hear it. The services that Microsoft provides. There we go. If I've got a little bit of blank at the beginning, I can even just shorten that. And then drag it over so it fits better. And now I'm ready to start adding my images. Now this is only 4 seconds long. I'm going to shrink my view. I'm actually not shortening the clip. I'm just sort of compressing the view in iMovie so I can see both pieces. Now it's time to add some pictures. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll drag this puppy in. So now I've got this puppy. This is also going to be 4 seconds. Your images are going to be 4 seconds by default. You can make them longer or shorter to match the words that you're using. You can also control the pan and the zoom. It's going to automatically do that Ken Burns effect, but you can control that by clicking on the image, going to the crop button, and I can see here it says start. I can actually change the start of that image. Maybe I want to start zoomed in on the puppy's face, and then end. Maybe I want to zoom out so we can see more of the puppy. Something like that. And then when I click done, it now sets that change, and you can see how that's going to roll here. Terms of use. See how it starts zoomed in on the puppy? Microsoft reserves the right to update the terms of use at any time. So I can just drag my other images in and then adjust them to fit according to my words. You can keep doing that. When you're ready to add more sound, you just click above your video here, because that has to attach to the video, and then you go to the microphone and you can record more sound at that point. Now you may also want to add some music to your video, some cool music. I've got some that I've downloaded. Go back to my folder here. This is a song called Hyperfun, and I got this from this website that lets me download royalty-free music. This website is called, oh, that's where I got the puppies from, Photos for Class. It's actually a pretty cool site for looking for images, because if you're lazy, it actually downloads the web citation right along with the image, so you don't have to worry about going back and copying and pasting that. So that's really handy if you need images. And your teacher is kind of a stickler for putting citations on your video. Yeah, better do that. But here's the music. I got it from this place called Incompetech.com. It's got royalty-free music. And I always like to pull it from this section called Film Scoring Moods. And they've got all sorts of just music instrumental stuff that goes good for videos. And you can listen to those and download those as you need them. But I've got the one, let's go back to iMovie. I've got the one I want to use. I downloaded something called HyperFun, and I also made sure to download the citation for that as well. I can drag this, and I'm also going to attach it to the beginning. So now you can see I've got my music and my sound. Let's listen. The services that Microsoft provides to you are subject to the following terms of use. Now my music is a little bit loud, and my voice is kind of covered by it. So what you can do is click on this audio and go to my audio. See, it says lower volume of other clips. I can adjust how much I want to lower the volume of other clips. So if I want to really lower it, I can drag it down. And you can see how the part where I'm talking, it's now lowered the volume of the music. And then when my talking is done, the music gets louder. So that's one way to do it. If I don't want to do that, I can just manually lower the volume of the clip until I get a good mix.